Welcome everyone to Ein Sof Learning. I hope you're having an amazing day. Let's understand the routine of a Jew, the daily morning routine of a Jewish person. How do we conduct our business during the morning? How do we get out of bed? In Judaism, we believe that every act, every single thing that exists can be sanctified. The mundane itself can be sanctified. We believe, honestly, with bringing God into everything, bringing consciousness into everything. A blessing before you eat food, a blessing after you go to the bathroom, a blessing before and after you eat bread, right? Very, very special things that you don't see them in many other faiths or many other traditions. So we take the idea of appreciation and bringing God into everything very, very seriously. So what is the first thing that we do in the morning before we even open our mouth, before we even recite any blessing or any appreciation? So not everyone does this, but the Kabbalists say that by meditating on a particular name of God, I'm going to put the name on the screen. We don't say the name, we don't write the name, we don't erase the name. Just by visualizing the letters that comprise this particular name of God, this particular combination, and we meditate on our memory. We want to strengthen our memory. And it actually helps us do that. It has a power in these letters to strengthen the memory. Now, we're not going to get so mystical, but it's brought down by Rabbi Chaim Vital, which is one of the greatest Kabbalists. He was one of the students, the main disciple of the Arizal, whose work we're actually learning on our YouTube channel. If you want to go check out our other videos, we're learning the Etz Chaim, the Tree of Life, which is the main work of the Arizal, through the commentaries of Rav Ashlag. But one of the main disciples of the Arizal was named Rabbi Chaim Vital. And he brought forth this idea that meditating on this particular name of God in the morning, before you even say Moda'ani, for those of you who know what I'm talking about, it is a way to strengthen your memory. Again, it's not a logical explanation for it, so this is not one of those things, but you can do it if you'd like to. Then we say Moda'ani. Moda'ani lefenecha melech chai v'chayam she'echazarta binishmati b'chemla rabba emunatecha. Literally it means, I gratefully thank you, O living and eternal King, for you have returned my soul within me with compassion. Abundant is your faithfulness. Very, very nice, right? Now the Moda'ani is a very, very special prayer. I'm going to read an explanation from the app Dialing God. By the way, if anyone needs an app on their phone which contains all these prayers, contains all of these blessings, whether it's Birkat Hamazon, which is the blessing you say after you eat bread, or the morning blessings, or the nighttime blessings, before you go to sleep, we say certain blessings as well, or if it's the Shema Yisrael, a lot of these basic blessings and verses, they need to be given access to you, right? You don't always have a Siddur, so it's good to have an app. Now this app is called Dialing God. I really recommend you get it. So every night when our souls ascend to the upper worlds, a powerful force attempts to stop us from awakening and seeing the light of a new day. So it says whenever you go to bed, there's this energy. We're not going to go so deep into it, but there's this energy that's called the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. It tries and stops you from waking up in the morning, meaning it tries to kill you every night. That's why whenever you sleep, your soul actually leaves and it's replaced by a particular negative force, a particular negative energy. So in the morning, we recite this blessing, which is saying, thank you, God, for returning my soul to my body, as a way of showing appreciation that God has given us another chance each and every day to change and reveal our awareness and to grow and to learn more and to connect to God and create stronger relationships and do the work that we know needs to be done every single day. So whenever we connect to God through the Moda'ani prayer, we're really we're moving worlds. By the way, we don't say the name of God in the Moda'ani. If you notice, we didn't say God's name. So why don't we say God's name? Because we didn't yet do Netilat Yadayim. Netilat Yadayim is ritual hand washing, which we're going to do it soon, as you're going to see. Now, after we say the Moda'ani, we can finally put our feet on the ground. This, up to now, is all in the bed. We still didn't get out of bed. We're still in the bed. Our feet haven't yet touched the ground. And some people take a stringent approach, and they do the ritual hand washing right beside their bed, right before they don't even get up yet. They're still in the bed. They bend over next to the frame of the bed, and they wash their hands in a bucket, doing the Netilat Yadayim, not saying a blessing, by the way. They don't say the blessing before they get up on the floor. Then you can get out of the bed. But if you don't take that stringent approach of doing it while you're still in the bed, then some people, they get out of the bed, they walk to the sink. Technically, you shouldn't really walk too far. It should be close to you. That's why they say put it next to your bed. But some people, they go over to the sink, and then they do the ritual hand washing. It's the first thing that we do after Moda'ani. And we don't say the blessing still. Then we go to the bathroom, we do our business, then we do ritual hand washing again, right? So 2 times. Once before the bathroom, which some people do it before they get off the bed, some people do it after they get off the bed, and then once after using the bathroom. And only after the second one, which is after the bathroom, do we say the blessing. But make sure not to say the blessing in the bathroom, right? We're not allowed to think anything holy or do anything holy or say anything holy while we're in a place of unholiness. The bathroom is not considered to be a holy place. That's why there's no mezuzah on the door frame. If you notice, Jews put this little sign on the side of every door. If you're Jewish, you know, it's a mezuzah. It says the Shema in it. Very, very holy thing. And we kiss it every time we pass by. Remember God everywhere. But we don't put it on the door frame of a bathroom because it's considered to be a very, very unclean place. That's where all the negative energies are expelled. I mean, if you think about it, that's where all of the unhealthy toxins are also expelled. There's a correlation there. But that's why we don't put a mezuzah. So we say the blessing outside the bathroom. We say, Baruch atah Hashem Elokeinu, melech haolam, asher kideshanu b'mitzvotav vetzivanu al netilat yadayim. Blessed are you, God, our God, King of the universe, who has sanctified us with his commandments and has commanded us regarding washing the hands. So this is an amazing prayer. When we sleep at night, many negative forces latch onto our body. When our souls return and reconnects with our body, it removes most of that negativity, but not from our hands. The fingertips of the hand are actually the place from which the negative energy exits. By washing our hands each morning upon waking, we accomplish 3 important objectives. 1, to cleanse and wash away all negative forces that cling to our hands during the night. 2, to connect ourselves to the cause and seed level of reality, which is a proactive thing to do, and not to just connect to the effect, not to just be a reactive person, but we want to connect to God. When we connect to God, that means we bring intention, we purify ourselves. And so therefore, when we do the washing of the hands, we have the intention of purifying ourselves from the negative energy of the night. And 3, to detach ourselves from the energy of ani. Ani is the idea of poor, being poor, right? And we connect ourselves to the energy of ashir, which is rich. And of course, we're not talking about being financially poor and financially rich, but in our conduct, in our character. So the last 3 words of this blessing are al natilat yadayim. The first letters from each of these 3 words spell ani. Ayin, nun, yud, which is Aramaic for a poor person. And if you look at the last 2 letters of each of these words, the first one is ayin lamed, then there's lamed taf, and yud mem. They all have the same numerical value as the word ashir, meaning a rich person. So there's an interesting correlation there. The first letter of the first 3 words is a poor person. But the last 2 letters of each of these words is a rich person. So we're trying to convert or transform our mood, our energy, from that of a poor person to that of a rich person. And the secret is there in the word itself. Now, after we've said this netilat yadayim, now we say the blessing on using the bathroom. Not we say the bathroom prayer and then we say the washing of the hands. No. First, we do the washing of the hands, prayer, and then we say Asher Yatzar, which I'm not going to say the Hebrew, I'm going to say the English here. Blessed are you, God, our God, King of the universe, who fashioned man with wisdom and created within him many openings and many cavities. It is obvious and known before your throne of glory that if but one of them were to be blocked or but one of them were to be ruptured, it would be impossible to survive for even 1 hour. Blessed are you, God, who heals all flesh and acts wondrously. So that was the blessing. Thank you, God, for healing all flesh. And by the way, just to keep this in mind, there are 45 words in the Asher Yatzar, which are the numerical value of the word Adam. Adam, Aleph, Dalet, Mem, is Adam Harishon. We're all Adam. We're all humans. It adds up to the words, number 45. So reciting this blessing, after each time we have been to the bathroom, connects us to the original spiritual DNA and blueprint of a human being. We may wake up in the morning feeling depleted of spiritual energy, depressed, fearful, moody, or even full of dread for the day to come. Because sometimes some people, they don't look forward to waking up in the morning, right? Let's be honest, some anxiety, some stress of the day, it comes in our heads, right? So through the power of this blessing, of the Asher Yatzar, we inject the light of creation into our immune system, strengthening and boosting it so that we become filled with light and spiritually recharged for the entire day. So it brings the blessing of healing to a person by reciting this blessing. Very, very good. And then after this, right after it actually, immediately after we say this blessing, we recite Elokai Neshama. Elokai Neshama says in English, my God, the soul you placed within me is pure. You created it. You fashioned it. You breathed it into me. You safeguard it within me. And eventually you will take it from me and restore it to me in the time to come. As long as the soul is within me, I gratefully thank you, God, my God, and the God of my forefathers. For you are master of all works, Lord of all souls, ruler of all creations, who lives and exists forever. Blessed are you, God, who restores souls to dead bodies. Like we said previously, sleep is compared to death, right? 1/60th of death, it's called. So whenever we wake up in the morning, our soul is coming back, so part of our life is being given back. It was gone during the sleep, and it was given back during the morning, whenever we wake up. So we bless God for restoring souls to dead bodies, because we're technically considered to be part of that blessing, because we were considered to be dead. Not fully, of course. You don't die when you sleep, but part of you leaves. That's why you're unconscious. That's why you have dreams, because your attention is elsewhere. You're in the dream world, whatever that is, the spiritual realms it's called. Now, we deepen our connection to this prayer through the Elokai Neshama by combining our Hebrew name with the word Neshama, which means soul. To merge your name with Neshama from right to left, insert the first letter of your name followed by the first letter of Neshama, then insert the second letter of your name followed by the second letter of Neshama, and so on and so forth. Meditate on the entire sequence of letters before connecting to the prayer. So before you recite Elokai Neshama, you visualize the letters of your name integrated into the Neshama, the letters of Neshama. For example, my name is Yaakov. So the letters of Neshama are Nun, Shin, Mem, He. So I would first put the first letter of my name, Yud, then Nun, right? Then it would be Ayin, and then Shin. And then so on and so forth until we fill up the entire name. So we're connecting our name with Neshama. And the interesting thing is that the word Shem, for name, exists in the word Neshama. In the word for soul is the word name. Your name is the key to your soul. It describes your soul. It actually describes the energies that are within you. So it's a very, very high level concept. And by the way, just for some deeper analysis, right? Kabbalah teaches us that there are 5 main levels of our soul. Nefesh, Ruach, Neshama, Chaya, Yechidah. In our day-to-day lives, most of us are not fully connected to all 5 levels. An umbilical-like cord constantly runs through the 5 levels of the soul, feeding us the minimum amount of light that we need to keep the pilot light glimmering in our soul. We recite Elokai Neshama every morning to connect our conscious mind to the 5 levels of our soul so that we can awaken our true purpose and meaning in life. The name of a person is not merely a word. It is also the spiritual connection to the soul. See? Each letter of a name is part of the spiritual genetic alphabet that infuses the soul with the particular form of energy that the name creates. The power of this blessing is that it tunnels through the upper worlds and creates a connection to all 5 parts of our souls. Very beautiful. So these were the first few verses, first few blessings that we recite before we even get into the 18 blessings, which I'm honestly going to make a whole different video for that. What are the 18 blessings that we say in the morning? No, it's not the Shemona Esrei. It's not the Amidah that we say during the morning prayers. This is before the morning prayers, before Shacharit. Before Shacharit, we say 18 blessings. And we're going to say that in the next video.